What's up, everybody? It's that guy Skimpy, and today I'm going to be making Buzzbaits. Alright, so we're going to be making Buzzbaits, and there's just a couple components on here that I'll go over. First, you have your wire form. Then you have your blade. You can get blades in different colors. And then, to make sure that the blade doesn't fall off, there's a rivet right there. So I got this rivet. And then, if you notice right here, that there's a bead. So we're going to use beads. Some people use beads, some people don't. I've had many Buzzbaits without the beads, but I make them with the beads. I feel that it won't get jammed up here as often. So the bead kind of helps it from getting jammed up there. Alright, so then we have skirt. You have your skirt collar, little rubber band. We're going to use a 4/0 hook. And then we put little eyes on there. And if you notice all these little green dots, what I do is I just use a paint marker. So alright, man, let's make them. Okay, so I have my 4/0 straight shank hook. And I put it on the wire form, and then what I do is I squeeze this. Kind of helps it keep in place just a little bit. So then you put it in the mold. I'm going to be doing a 1/2 ounce here, and if you notice right here there's this little indent. Well, that's where the wire form goes, the tip of it. See how that just lays in there? Then you shut the mold. You make sure you hold it pretty tight. Alright, so the lead's all nice and hot. I left the mold on the pot here to warm this up, and I also smoked the mold. So now it's time to pour right in. Perfect Buzzbait. So now I'm going to go ahead and take this sprue off. Just kind of go like that. And if you notice there's a little rough edge there, I'm going to take a little file and make it smooth. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and use this file. I'm just going to kind of smooth it out a little bit. You don't have to get too crazy. So make sure that I get it right there too, because sometimes it gets a little pointy. But yeah, there it is. Everything's all smooth. So now we're going to paint it up. Okay, so we're going to paint this up. As always, I'm going to be using Pro Tech powder paint, the best there is. I'm going to be painting it black, and I usually dip it, but if you notice, it's too long, so it won't get the powder on there. So what I do is I get a piece of paper, and I give it a fold. And then I place it over here, you know, get it hot, and then I place it over here, and then I just kind of sprinkle it on. I know that's probably not the best way to do it, but that's the way I do it, and that's the way it works. So we're gonna get started. So I'm gonna be putting it over the heat gun for about 20-30 seconds. All right, here we go. So then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take the paint. I'm just going to kind of sprinkle it on. I know there's probably so many better ways to do it, but this is the way I do it. And then sometimes it takes a couple times to do it. So then I'm just going to kind of return it to the heat. Give it some more. Make sure it's all covered. And that's it. Kind of go like this again. And then now I'm going to put it in the oven for about 20-30 minutes at 350 degrees. Okay, so the oven's preheated, 350 degrees. I put one in already. We're going to put another one in. We're going to let it sit in there. Put the timer on here. We'll put about 30 minutes. And we'll check it out. So now that I'm done, what I do is I just kind of go like that, get all the paint, and then put it back in. And that's why I put the fold on there. Alright, so if you notice, I have green dots on here. So I do that because I like maybe like a frog look, and I even put dots on here. So while we're waiting for this one in there to finish baking, I'm going to go ahead and put the dots on here. So what I use is I just use a little paint marker, give it a shake, and all I'm doing is putting dots. Doesn't have to be perfect. That's it. You can put as many or as little as you want. Alright, so they're all baked and everything. Like I said, man, they don't look too bad. It's not the best way to do it, but you know, it's covered. So I'm going to go ahead and put dots on it as well. And I'm just going to be putting little dots here and there. I'm also going to be putting eyes on it later, but I will do that last. Okay, so now it's time to put the bead on. Then you put the blade on. And then you put the rivet on. Make sure that you put the big side going towards there. And then what I do is I bend it a little bit before I crimp it. See how I just bent it a little bit, and that way you know it ain't gonna come off. And then you just give it a good crimp. There you are. So now it's time to we're gonna glue some eyes on there. Alright, so I'm going to glue some eyes on. I'm going to use some 2-ton epoxy here. First, got to take this off. I only need a little bit because we're only doing a couple eyes. Mix it up. Okay, so I'm going to take the eye. Put a little bit of epoxy on it here. And I'm going to put it right on. they are. So we'll wait for that to dry. Okay, so I have a skirt already made up. So it's made up as number 231 is this greenish color with the little purple and black barbed wire. I don't know the name of the color, but the number on fishingskirts.com is 231. And then this skirt color here is black with silver flake in it. That is number 028. And then I have the straight black, which is 034. So let's put this thing on. So you just go right through the middle. Push it all the way up. Then I'm going to grab some scissors here, cut off the tabs. Then I hit the camera with the scissors. All of them? Nope, got this little piece. And there she is. Oh, still have a little bit left. Alright, now there she is. Okay, so I put the two Buzzbaits on the fan using a alligator clip. And what I'm going to do is turn on the fan and it spins it for a while and it helps break it in. Helps to tune it a little bit there. So there we go, and I just let it go like this for as long as I can. Some people do it for 10 hours, but I just put it on there for as long as I'm messing around in the shop. So yeah, also sometimes people actually zip tie them to their antenna in their car and they drive to the lake, but I just do it like this. Alright, so the mold I used was this Do It Mold's buzz-keel lure. It comes in two different sizes, the 3/8 and the 1/2 ounce. I used the 1/2 ounce. The model number is BZK23812. Go ahead and get this mold, man. It makes some awesome buzz baits. Alright guys, so there it is. Custom buzz bait. So like I was saying, man, we put the green dots on here and here to make it look more like a frog. You know, I like it. Alright guys, thank you for watching. Please subscribe, share, comment, all that good stuff. Shout out to Do It Molds. Shout out to C2 Castware. Shout out to Trigger Happy Comfort Grips. And shout out to the Legion of Bass. LOB, baby. That guy Skimpy.